Greetings and God's peace be with you. My name is Kristofer Lindh-Payne, and I'm one of the co-rectors at St. Francis Episcopal Parish and Community Center. I record this message to you on Friday morning, so it's a few days before it'll actually release to the St. Francis community. I have been out on a nice long run early this Friday morning. You can hear the bird songs. My goal this morning was to try to run to all of the different schools, all the different public schools that I attended growing up, and through kindergarten through 12th grade. And so I embarked on that run. I'm not quite finished, but I felt moved to stop and record this message to you. I'm standing in front of the last stop, one of the elementary schools that I attended in Catonsville. My body is tired, but my soul and my spirit feels strong. Some of you know that that I have been in the process of preparing to, I pray, conclude my doctoral studies in congregational development. Later this morning, I'll have a chance to go through the oral review process where I get to defend my doctoral thesis. And I am both extremely excited and also a little bit nervous. Maybe more than a little bit nervous. It's been a long road of study in that work. And as I trace the steps of my early education experience, some of them were positive, but a lot of them were not so positive at all. It felt important to run those steps, to go up to each of those front doors and to try to remember what it was like as a kid to pass through that threshold. As I try to bring that child, that preteen, that teen, into integration with the person that I am today, as I hope to pass through another threshold here very soon. While graduation isn't scheduled until the middle of May, I can feel and anticipate all sorts of things unfolding. And as I said, it's quite a mix of emotions. It is a gift and a joy to be able to live in the place where I grew up, to be able to walk and to run in places that I have walked and run many times before, and to have those memories flood back to me. But I'm also careful to make sure that those strolls or strides down memory lane are not about nostalgia, but about wholeness and about bringing those pieces of myself forward in time to this moment. In John's gospel passage that we read today, or tomorrow, depending upon when you're listening to this message, Jesus talks about a prophet not being welcomed in his home land, in his own country, as he passes through and into Galilee. I don't know that I would describe myself as a prophet, but as a priest and a Christian and a leader, I know that there are times when I am called to speak in prophetic ways, to share God's love and the call for justice in ways that are about the prophetic. I also know that it is challenging to live in the place where you grew up, that people think of you as someone they once knew rather than who you are now. Perhaps that's an experience that you can relate to. I also feel like there's incredible gift in the deep relationships that come from being known, and I value in an incredibly significant way relationships. I think God works through them and through us in those relationships. When we know one another, when we know the people that we're in community with, when we know our neighbor it makes it possible to love them in a more real and tangible way. So as I bring this reflection to a close, again standing on this holy ground of my one of my elementary schools, and prepare to continue and finish this run back to the house, I ask for your prayers, and I ask God to be with me as I prepare to enter, to pass through this doorway that sets before me. By the time you hear this message, I will likely know much more about how that experience went, but I trust that the Spirit will work in ways that glorify God, and help me to grow into the person that I'm called to be. I give thanks to you, the people of St. Francis, for the ways that you are helping me to grow, that you are calling me to serve, and all the ways that we're called to grow together as we pass through these thresholds, and learn and grow together and become something so much more, something that the world desperately needs, as we make, with God's help, love and justice and humility manifest in this world. Thanks for being a part of our parish and community center at St. Francis, and I look forward to seeing you soon. God's peace be with you.